Why does your wallet keep getting thinner while the Japanese quietly become wealthy? Let's be honest, Dave. You ever looked at your bank account and wondered, where did all my money go? You work hard, your paycheck comes in regularly, but month after month, your balance barely grows. Meanwhile, halfway across the globe, the Japanese, famous for their frugal lifestyle and sharp financial mindset, have the world tipping their hats in respect. This is not a story about making loads of money. This is a lesson in how not to let your money slip through your fingers in foolish ways. Warren Buffett once said he was deeply impressed by Japanese entrepreneurs who had millions of dollars in the bank but still chose to live extremely modestly. They understand something many Americans have forgotten, Buffett shared. True wealth is not about luxury items, but about cutting waste at the root. The Japanese call this philosophy moai, making use of everything down to the last drop, refusing to let a single coin be spent meaninglessly. While American culture pushes you into a relentless cycle of spending, the Japanese choose to step out of that game. They patiently save every dollar, avoiding the financial traps that drain the bank accounts of millions of Americans every single day. In this video, I am going to uncover 10 things the Japanese never spend money on. And if you apply just 2 or 3 of them, you could save thousands of dollars this year. Some of the tips are surprisingly simple, while others might make you want to completely overhaul how you manage your finances. But first, leave a comment below. What is the dumbest thing you have ever spent money on? Your story might just help someone begin their own journey toward financial control today. First reveal: bank fees and credit card interest, the silent bloodsuckers. You do not need a thief to lose your money. Your bank will do it for you bit by bit. Every year, Americans throw away over $10 billion on bank fees and nearly twice that amount on credit card interest. It sounds small: $2 for an ATM withdrawal, $35 for a late payment, or $20 in maintenance fees, but when you add it all up, that is around $1,000 a year quietly slipping through your fingers. The Japanese are a whole different story. In Tokyo, cash is still the #1 choice. They do not avoid cards because of outdated technology. It is because they want to stay out of the trap of impulsive spending, hidden fees, and ballooning debt that can explode at any moment. Japan's financial history is rooted deeply in the value of honor. Being in debt was once seen as a disgrace, and that mindset still runs strong in their financial culture. Instead of living to borrow, they live to save, and the result is long-lasting financial stability that spans generations. Want to stop your account from being bled dry? Here is where you start. Switch to a no-fee online bank like Ally or Capital 360. No maintenance fees, no hidden tricks. Set up automatic payments for your credit card, no more forgetting due dates and getting slapped with a $40 penalty for no good reason. A small challenge for the week: use only cash for any purchase under $20. You will end up spending up to 18% less just because of the ouch factor of handing over real money instead of swiping your card without a second thought. Your money deserves awareness, not to disappear into fine print fees on your monthly statement. Truth number 2. Bottled water, the silent wallet drainer. How would you react if someone told you that you are paying 2,000 times the actual cost for water? Sounds insane? But that is exactly what is happening. Water, something that flows from your faucet nearly for free, is costing Americans over $100 billion each year in plastic bottles. In Japan, even elementary school students carry personal water bottles. Not because they are stingy, but because they are taught from a young age that water is a precious resource, not a product to bottle up and toss away. The moai philosophy runs deep in everyday life, and part of it is about showing respect for nature. It is not hard to see the financial impact. Drinking just 1 bottle of water a day adds up to $500 a year for one person. For a family of 4, that is nearly the price of a 65-inch television every single year, all for convenience and a pile of plastic with no clear destination. You can flip this around starting today. Spend $30 on a high-quality insulated bottle like a hydro flask. It goes wherever you go, keeps your water cold, and saves you hundreds of dollars over the year. Not a fan of tap water taste? Install a faucet filter. It costs less than a meal out. Problem solved instantly. Every bottle of water you skip is a small step, but it can become a financial game changer as the months and years go by. Truth number 3. The holiday season is draining your wallet and your memories too. December rolls in, and suddenly every neighborhood turns into an unofficial decorating contest. You drag out the inflatable Santa blinking reindeer and a bunch of brand new LED light strings because last year's lights just were not sparkly enough. When Christmas ends, everything disappears into storage or worse, straight to the landfill. Next year, same story, but more expensive. Sound familiar? That is because you are not alone. Americans spend over $18 billion every year on holiday decorations, most of which are used for just a few weeks. Meanwhile, if you walk into a Japanese home during the holiday season, you will see something very different. Small items, carefully preserved like treasures. They do not follow trends. They are not over-the-top Instagram-worthy, but they carry stories, history, and respect. After World War II, Japan had no choice but to reuse everything. But instead of seeing it as a sign of scarcity, they turned it into a way of life. Seasonal items are not just decorations, they are pieces of family memory, repaired, cherished, and passed down through generations. Even gift giving is different. In the United States, every holiday feels like a swipe your card, marathon expensive gifts, sometimes given out of obligation. The result? The average American spends more than $1,000 during Christmas, mostly on credit card debt and that warm and fuzzy feeling from the gift. It usually vanishes as soon as the wrapping paper is torn. In Japan, a gift might be something as simple as a box of seasonal sweets, wrapped with care, but it carries a clear message. I was thinking of you. Their culture of homage values, subtlety and sincerity something, no tech gadget can truly replicate. Want to break free from holiday spending addiction? Decorate with meaning. Instead of chasing trends, choose items with personal value and invest in pieces you will use year after year. Give memories, not bills. A live concert, a baking class, or even a home-cooked dinner, these leave deeper impressions than any expensive product ever could. You do not have to cut back on joy, just choose the right kind. And sometimes, the simplest things turn out to be the greatest gifts. Truth number 4. Restaurants are quietly eating away at your wallet. One meal at a time. Here is the lunchtime scene across America. Long lines of people scrolling their phones, waiting for their turn to grab fast food or a pricey, healthy, pre-packaged meal. Each lunch costs $13 to $15, disappears in 15 minutes, and is forgotten in 5. Now look at Japan. Office workers in Tokyo spread napkins on park benches or desks and open up bento boxes prepared that morning. Rice, fish, vegetables, a small dessert beautifully arranged and packed with nutrition. This bento tradition dates back to samurai carrying rice into battle. Today, it symbolizes care, thrift, and aesthetics. In the United States, we are burning through over $3,500 each year just eating out, and worse, most of that cost is not for the food itself. A $15 restaurant meal might contain only about $5 worth of ingredients. The rest is convenience, rent, branding, and habit. Want to eat well without draining your account at every lunch break? Start small. Instead of eating out 5 days a week, try bringing lunch from home 2 or 3 days. You will be surprised at how much you save and how much better you feel. Make it appealing. Invest in a stylish lunch container with dividers. A great-looking lunch can feel just as exciting as restaurant food. Plan ahead with apps like Mealeem or Yumly. Just 20 minutes at the start of your week gives you a 5-day menu, no more scrambling each morning. Bringing lunch is no longer some boring budget solution. It is a mindful lifestyle choice. It is how you take back control over your meals and your money. And once you get into the habit of preparing your own lunch, you will find yourself asking, why did I not start doing this sooner? Truth number 5. You do not need a whole laboratory to clean your house. Try opening the cabinet under your kitchen sink. How many cleaning bottles are sitting there? One for glass, one for tile, one for toilets, one for hardwood floorsa, whole collection that makes you feel like you are running a full-service cleaning spa. That is no accident. The cleaning product industry in the United States is worth over $40 billion a year, mostly built on clever marketing tricks that convince you every surface needs its own miracle formula. Meanwhile, in Japan, even the tiniest apartment in Tokyo stays spotless with just 3 basic items: baking soda, white vinegar, and gentle soap. No rainbow-colored bottles, no harsh chemical smells, just natural, recipes-effective, safe, and extremely budget-friendly. The minimalist approach to cleaning traces back to the Edo period, when people lived in small spaces and had to conserve water and resources. They learned how to keep everything clean without wrecking the environment or their family finances. And let's be honest though, many times have you bought an all-purpose cleaner and used it only once? How many chemicals are you spraying into the air your children and pets breathe every day? Want to simplify and smarten up your cleaning routine? Make your own ultra-cheap cleaner. Mix 1 part white vinegar with 1 part water. Add a few drops of lemon essential oil if you like a fresh scent. Use it on kitchens, countertops, windows, almost everything. Got stubborn stains? Mix baking soda into a paste. Spread it on. Wait a few minutes, then scrub. It works as well as any super cleaner without hurting your skin or your wallet. This switch can save you hundreds of dollars a year and create a healthier living space for your whole family. And who knows, you might just become the first minimalist in your friend group, at least when it comes to household chemicals. Truth number 6, you are renting Forgetfulness Month by month. Remember when you signed up for that free trial of Apple Television just to watch one season of a show? Or that language learning app you opened exactly 3 times? Chances are, they are still quietly charging your account every single month steady and silent like a Swiss watch. Welcome to the American subscription crisis. On average, we have around 12 active subscriptions, costing over $1,500 per year, and nearly 2/3 of them are for things we forgot we even had. It is like having tiny holes in a water bucket, not loud, not obvious, but enough to drain your wallet if you are not paying attention. In Japan, the subscription culture does not run on, if you have it, you use it. After the financial crisis of the 1990s, people began scrutinizing every recurring expense. They learned to keep only what truly enhances their quality of life, not just what is easy to sign up for. It is time for you to do the same, and all it takes is 30 minutes. Open your last 3 bank statements and highlight every recurring charge. Netflix, Spotify, gym memberships, meditation apps, cooking apps. Ask yourself, when was the last time I actually used this? Would I miss it if it were gone? If the answer is, I do not remember or not sure, go ahead and cancel it. Use tools like Rocket Money, formerly Truebill, to automatically scan for forgotten charges and even negotiate better prices for you. You do not need to disconnect from everything, just connect more intentionally. Each canceled subscription is a small step toward real financial freedom. Truth number 7, your giant car is eating your wallet alive. Just take a look around any parking lot at a mall in the United States. A sea of massive SUVs, shiny, bulky, and powerful. But here is the ironic part: most of them are carrying just one person. No cargo, no off-roading. Just a trip to buy milk. And then every time you stop at the gas station, it feels like you just sat down for a fine dining experience, except instead of wine, you are paying for something that literally burns into thin air. In Japan, you will see the complete opposite. Small, nimble cars, cruising city streets, minimalist, yet smart. Not because the roads are narrow, but because they choose efficiency over symbolism. After the oil crisis of the 1970s, Japan did not just change habits, they redefined the very idea of what a car should be. Meanwhile, the United States clung tightly to its four-wheeled beasts. This difference is not just philosophical, it hits your wallet hard. Bigger vehicle equals higher monthly payments. Insurance costs an extra $200 per year. Fuel consumption doubles, maintenance is more expensive, and the vehicle loses value faster. The total damage? Around $6,000 per year, about $500 per month. That is enough to boost your retirement fund, invest in your child's education, or pay for a family vacation you will remember for a lifetime instead of letting it vanish through the tailpipe. The fix does not have to be extreme. Downsize from a full-size SUV to a mid-size, or from a sedan to a hatchback. Just one step down in size can save you up to 20% in total ownership costs with almost no real impact on your driving experience. Ask yourself, what do you want, Moria bigger cup holder or real financial freedom? Truth number 8, every item you buy comes with a cost, and it is not just money. Do you ever feel a little stressed when you open your closet? Dozens of shirts still with tags, jeans forgotten since last season, shoes you bought because of a huge sale but never even unboxed? You are not alone. The average American buys up to 68 pieces of clothing each year. That is more than one item every week, and we end up wearing only about 20% of it. That means most of what you own is really just a pile of unfinished spending decisions. The Japanese approach fashion very differently. For them, having less is not about lacking, it is about choosing with purpose. Influenced by Zen philosophy and the post-war rebuilding spirit, they developed a lifestyle grounded in minimalism, sustainability, and a focus on quality over quantity. You will not find an overflowing closet in a typical Japanese home. Instead, you will see a few carefully selected pieces, high-quality materials, timeless designs, easy to mix and match, and reliable every time they are worn. The result? No more digging through piles to find something to wear. Thousands of dollars saved each year. And most importantly, fewer stressful decisions to make each morning. Want to break the toxic cycle of impulse shopping? Try a 30-day no new clothes challenge. During that time, get creative with what you already own. You will be surprised by how much styling power is hiding in your own wardrobe. When you are ready to shop again, apply the 30 wears rule. Only buy something if you are sure you will wear it at least 30 times. A $60 shirt worn 30 times? That is $2 per wear, smart investment. A $20 shirt worn only twice? $10 per wear, that is a financial loss disguised as a discount. Minimalism does not take away the joy of shop and jit, gives back the true joy of wearing what you love and loving what you wear. Truth number 9. You are not buying stuff, you are being bought. You walk into Target with a clear goal, toothpaste. You walk out with 3 full bags, a receipt for $150, and a vague feeling of, what did I just buy? It is not your fault. Really, impulse shopping is a carefully designed game crafted by behavioral experts who understand your brain better than you do. Every light, every background song, every limited time deal is meant to short-circuit your logic and make your wallet react before your brain can stop it. The truth? Americans spend an average of over $5,400 each year on items they never planned to buy. Meanwhile, the Japanese follow a philosophy called kanyo ni kangaeru, which means think carefully before buying. After the resource-scarce years following World War II, they learned that every dollar spent should serve a clear purpose and not just fill an empty spot in a shopping cart, but add real value to life. Want to break free from the impulse shopping trap? Here is how. For any non-essential item over $50, wait 30 days before buying. Write it down on a consideration list, along with the date and why you want it. If you still want it after 30 days, it is probably worth investing in. If not, you just saved yourself a chunk of change. The shocking truth? Most of those must-have right-now purchases lose all appeal just days later once. You are out of the carefully staged retail environment designed to manipulate your emotions. Smart spending is not about restraint, it is about reclaiming control. Do not let the lighting and music in a store decide your financial future for you. Truth number 10. That room rate is just bait, do not get trapped. You just booked a hotel room that looked amazing for $129 per night. What a deal, you think. But when it is time to check out, the bill leaves you wide-eyed. $25 for Wi-Fi even though the signal was barely strong enough to load your email. $40 for parking even though the lot was practically empty. $35 in resort fee 7 though you never touched the pool or spa. And that bottled water sitting on the desk? Not complimentary. $8. The total? Nearly $210 per night. A perfectly legal, expertly crafted pricing trap. That cheap rate was just a shiny wrapper. The real cost got quietly stacked on at the very end. Meanwhile, hotels in Japan operate under a completely different principle. Omotenashitru, hospitality. No hidden fees, no surprises, no tricks. Rooted in the ancient tea ceremony, where the host anticipates every guest's need, this philosophy runs deep in Japanese service culture, transforming your stay into a gesture of care. Not a commercial trap. Why should you care? If you travel regularly, hidden hotel fees could be costing you over $1,000 per year, a sum that could easily cover 3 nights at a high-end hotel if you just book smarter. Want to avoid the hotel trap? Here is a solid anti-trap strategy. Always call the hotel directly before booking. I would like to confirm, are there any mandatory fees not listed on the website? Join free membership programs. Many hotels offer free Wi-Fi, parking, or breakfast just for signing up. Consider clear-cost alternatives like Airbnb or Verbave, often display all fees up front. And do not be afraid to negotiate, I am a returning guest, could you waive the Wi-Fi fee for me? You might be surprised how often that simple question can save you real money. Final thoughts. What surprised you the most? You have just walked with me through 10 spending habits of the Japanese, each one a wake-up call in today's consumer-driven world. From oversized vehicles, to overpriced minibar water bottles, to the silent invasion of forgotten subscriptions. And the biggest lesson? Wealth does not come from spending more, it comes from wasting less. When you learn to respect every dollar you earn, quiet the noise of impulsive consumerism, and make financial decisions from awareness instead of emotion, you are doing more than saving money. You are building a life that is deeper, stronger, and freer. Share in the comments, which of these 10 truths hit you the hardest? Your story just might be the spark someone else needs to begin their own journey, a journey toward a more meaningful life, lived on their own terms.